Welcome back to Cooking Gluten and Dairy Free with Dave D. Today on the menu is the most delicious and creamy salmon pasta. Gluten and dairy free, of course. Before we get into this recipe, please consider subscribing for more delicious recipes that just so happen to be gluten and dairy free. And if you enjoy the video, please hit the thumbs up. Let's get down to business. So starting with our prep, let's go ahead and dice up 1 yellow onion. Do the same with 1 shallot. Then grab some sun-dried tomatoes and dice those up as well. Grab a block of dairy-free Parmesan cheese and grate it. Feel free to use the grated stuff, but I find the block stuff melts a little bit better. Now we can move on to our salmon fillet. You can get it pre-cut into smaller pieces or cut it up yourself like I'm about to start doing here. But first things first, let's dry it out with some paper towel. Next, if you're working with a whole salmon fillet, cut it into smaller pieces like you see me doing here. Now we can move on to my favorite part, the seasoning. So season with some salt, ground pepper, a little touch of cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and Old Bay seasoning, which is an absolute staple for seafood. Now, go ahead and pat the seasoning into the salmon. We're going to season both sides. Feel free to get rid of the skin, but I like it, so I'm keeping it. Use the size of the salmon to capture any seasoning that fell to the side and flip it to the other side, and then season that side the same way. When we're all done, it should be well seasoned on both sides and look a little something like this. Now let's move on to our pasta. Bring our pot of water to a boil and then add some salt. Now we're going to add some gluten-free fettuccine noodles and cook them according to the time suggested on the box. Start the timer when all the noodles are fully submerged in the water. When the noodles are done, strain them. Return them to the pot. The heat should be off at this point. Next, add a touch of avocado oil to the bottom and then add the noodles with a little bit more avocado oil. This will prevent the noodles from sticking together. Now, since we believe in layering our flavors at every step, we're going to add some onion powder, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. Give it a stir to mix all the seasonings in. Put the noodles to the side while we work on our salmon. Set your oven to 400 to finish cooking the salmon. But first, heat a cast iron skillet on medium-high until it's smoking hot. Next, add some avocado oil. Now, add your salmon to the skillet, skin side up, being sure to push it into the skillet. Let it cook for about 1 to 2 minutes or until it gets some nice color. Flip it and allow it to cook on the other side for an additional 1 to 2 minutes. Next, turn the heat down to low and add 2 tablespoons of dairy-free butter. Once the butter melts, baste the salmon for about a minute. Remove the salmon and put it in an oven-safe pan. It'll look beautiful like this. It's not done yet. We're going to pop it in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes or until the internal temperature gets to 145 degrees. Now we can start working on that delicious sauce for the pasta. Turn the same skillet we cooked the salmon in up to medium. This should have the leftover butter and oil from the salmon. Add the onions and the shallots that we prepped earlier. Cook them down for about 5 minutes until they soften and become golden brown. Next, add the sun-dried tomatoes and stir them in. Let those cook for another 2 minutes, being sure to stir occasionally. Next, add some garlic paste and stir that in, and let it cook for about a minute. Please remember that the exact measurements with the exact ingredients are down below in the description box. If you like what you're seeing so far, please hit the thumbs up and also subscribe. Now add some red crushed pepper flakes, oregano, thyme, and mix them in. Imagine if I talked like that the whole video. All right, after that, we're going to add some spinach. And then season it with some onion powder and garlic powder. Let it cook down for about 3 minutes, stirring occasionally. Once the spinach has shrunk down, add some tomato paste. This is going to add some nice color to our sauce. Go ahead and stir that in. Now to a measuring cup, add some dairy-free heavy cream and some dairy-free half and half. I'm using Silk and Khalifa Farms respectively, but use whatever dairy-free brand you can find. Now you can turn the heat up to medium-high and carefully stir in the half and half heavy cream combination. When it comes to a gentle boil, Reduce the heat down to low and allow it to simmer for about 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Cut the heat. Now add the Parmesan cheese. The residual heat will melt the cheese. Go ahead and stir it in. Once the cheese is melted, grab a small spoon and make sure the sauce coats the spoon and go in for a taste test. Keep in mind that we haven't added a whole bunch of salt, so go ahead and taste it and then salt to taste. Stir in the salt and then go in for another taste test. Once it's to your liking, go ahead and add the noodles from earlier, being sure to coat them in our delicious creamy sauce. It should look a little something like this. Now, plate the noodles and throw the salmon on top. And there you have it, folks. Salmon pasta. Gluten and dairy free, of course. If you're vegan, feel free to leave the salmon out, as these noodles with the sauce are delicious all by themselves. But for my fish lovers, this blends perfectly. Again, please subscribe. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, which is really just amazing. To think that almost 1,000 people like my little videos, it's very humbling, and I appreciate you all. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment for other foods you want me to make gluten and dairy free, and we'll see you next time. I'm doing the peace sign. You can't see me, but that's what I'm doing. The peace sign.